Hey Bryce, just want to ask, what's probably the one area or maybe areas you focused on improving this offseason?
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of improvement for me that I was focused on this offseason. I felt like leadership was one of the big ones for me. Seeing how strong of a leadership we had last year, and obviously the success we had last year was something that was really inspiring for me. So, wanting to step up as a leader was probably for me the biggest thing that I've been focusing on.
Nick Kelly, you're next.
Hey, Bryce. I'm just curious, what quarterbacks, whether they're playing now or of the past, do you like to study and watch?
Yes, that's a great question. There's been a lot over the years that obviously I've done a lot of tremendous things. For me, as far as NFL quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers is someone that I definitely look up to on the field, and someone that I like to take pieces of their game and study and try to implement my game, along with Russell Wilson, who also does a lot of really good stuff. But I try my best to be a big student of the game. So if I'm here naming quarterbacks that I try to look at and take pieces of their game from, we'll be here for a minute. But I like a lot of ball, and there's a lot of quarterbacks in college and pros that are doing a great job right now, and I'm trying to emulate and get on that level.
John Zener, go ahead. John Zener, go ahead. All right, we'll go.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Bryce, with all the attention that comes with being an Alabama starting quarterback, and then the NIL stuff and everything else is going on that most guys, college football guys, haven't had to deal with before, how do you keep all that from being a distraction and staying focused on what you need to?
I think really it says a lot about Alabama, and it's honestly not too hard with the culture that we have. Coach Saban from day one, when all the external stuff started to pop up, and it's been going on for a while, with there being whatever distractions there may be. That's something that we preach a lot about, making sure that we keep the main thing the main thing. And we've talked about that a lot in house, and that's something that we really live by. So for us, we're really motivated by working hard and making sure that we attack the challenges the way we want to. And really, those distractions, whatever they may be, they're always going to be there. And really, the culture that we have is something that's really strong, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And it really just keeps us focused on what we need to be focused on.
Cecil Hurt, you're next.
Hi, Bryce. Glad to have this opportunity to talk to you. Thank you. I have a kind of a two-part question. First, what's the cultural adjustment been like from Southern California to Alabama? You can answer that one first.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a culture adjustment. Being a SoCal kid, it's a lot different being in the South. But me going to the South and transitioning to a new environment, a new atmosphere, has really been a great opportunity for me. The South has been super welcoming. As everyone here, everyone on the team, everyone in the facility has welcomed me with open arms, and really the love I've been shown and the hospitality and seeing how things are a little bit different. It's been a great experience for me, and I've been really happy to be in this new environment, and I've learned a lot.
And how has having a year where you got some experience, sometime on the field, how has that helped you make the adjustment both as a player and as a person?
Yeah, it's helped me tremendously. Being able to watch last year's team and be a part of it and really see what made it tick and see the success that we had last year behind the scenes was really big for me. As a young player coming in, getting to play behind Mac and getting to sit behind him and watch him and see him operate last year, to see all the stuff he did on the field and to see all the stuff he did off the field, all the stuff that not everyone knows that he did, and to see how he was so successful, to see the culture of the team, see the strengths, to see all that as a young guy from SoCal was really big for me. And being able to see that, see all the success, and be able to kind of work towards it has been a big challenge for us, big challenge for me, and it was a huge learning experience, and I'm definitely glad I was able to be a part of it.
Dennis Dodd, go ahead.
Hey, Bryce, kind of following up on John's question, whether or not you've got, NIL deals lined up close to $1 million, for anybody going through this, is there a locker room component that has to be dealt with, one or two or a few players earning a lot of money?
Again, I think that really goes back to our culture. There's always been distractions. There will always be distractions. That's something that Saban has talked about and instilled in us for a long time. For us, we all know that whatever happens externally for any person, doesn't really have anything to do with our goal and what we're working towards. For us, we keep the main thing the main thing. We know everyone has to show up to work each day. For us, between these lines, we're in the building. It's all about how we can get better, how we can push ourselves, and how we can improve. And I think our whole team is bought into that. That's something that Saban has instilled in us for a long time now. So for us, we're just keeping to try to work harder each and every day and improve on what we need to improve on.
All right, Michael Casagrande, go ahead.
Hey, Bryce, how would you describe your game and your strengths of what you do well on the field?
Me, really, I just strive to be a leader on the field. My goal is to really craft my game around what we need as a team. Whatever whatever Coach O'Brien, Coach Saban wants me to do, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm someone who tries to work hard on and off the field, and really I want to do whatever it is that's best for the team. So whatever the game plan is that Coach O'Brien and Coach Saban has laid out for us, that's what I'm going to try my best to execute.
All right, Blake Toppenmeyer, go ahead.
Yeah, Bryce, what are some of John Metchie's attributes or abilities that impress you?
There's a lot there. Metch has been really good for us, being kind of that veteran presence for us in the receiver corps. Someone who's come back, someone who's definitely dependable, and someone who has a lot of experience. He brings a lot of that to not only his own game, but to the entire team. Someone who played a big role on the team last year and is going to play a big role this year. He's someone that's been really a cornerstone of our offense. He's helped a lot tremendously when it comes to leadership and leading us as an offense. And on the field, obviously, there's stuff that he does on the field that are just special. And he makes my job a lot easier at quarterback.
All right, we got time for a few more. Tony, go ahead.
Hey, Bryce, you've had success replacing a big-time quarterback at Matter Day and JT Daniels. How much do you lean on that in terms of kind of already having done this before?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say my motivation is necessarily driven off, I've done it in the past, or I've been in a similar situation. For me, really, I get my confidence and my drive really in my work ethic. For us, it's about being prepared, about working hard day in and day out, on the field, off the field, making sure that we're pushing ourselves as hard as we can. And when you work hard and when you push yourselves and try not to cut any corners or skip any things, take any easy way outs, that's where really the confidence comes from. And for me, it's less on leaning about previous experiences or comparing other things. For me, it's more about how hard I can work, how hard I can push myself in practice and off season, and that's really where the confidence comes from for me.
Zach Braziller, go ahead. Zach, go
Bryce,
ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bryce, you were a big recruit. You once, you won a national championship in high school. There are expectations at Alabama that you should be able to do the same thing. I mean, do you feel pressure, and how do you kind of handle the pressure that obviously is there for you?
Yeah, there's obviously expectations, but for me, regardless of what happened in high school or any past experience I've had, coming to Bama is where you come for pressure and come for expectations. Everyone here are part of the team. When they sign on the dotted line and decide to come here, we knew that it was going to come with expectations. Saban sets that standard for us immediately during recruiting and when we step into the building. So it's not something I've been blindsided by, and honestly, I don't think it's something that's unique to me. I think everyone in the building has those expectations, and I think that's a big part of the success that we've had and the success that we're working towards having. Saban setting that standard for us and us putting those expectations on ourselves is really what pushes us day in and day out and makes us a lot better each and every day.
Dennis Dodd, you're next.
Yeah, Bryce, I want to follow up. There was a moment during the quarterback retreat there in May where I saw you and Derek King at the 50-yard line just talking. I wonder if you remember that and what you guys might have been talking about since you're going to face each other.
That's a good question. I don't know exactly in that conversation what we were talking about. The quarterback world, especially in collegiate football, is kind of a small world. Through whether you know people through high school, through camps, through whatever back channels, a lot of people in the college football world, especially in quarterbacks, kind of know each other. So I couldn't tell you specifically in that instance what we were talking about, but I've talked to De'Eric multiple times. Really good dude. Someone that's someone that was really cool with me, and someone that I've been cool with since our retreat. So I couldn't tell you exactly that conversation, but it was definitely great to be able to be around other college quarterbacks for that weekend.
We got time for one more. Mike Rodek, go ahead.
Yeah, Bryce, you had a relationship with Steve Sarkisian going back quite a ways. What was the adjustment like going from him to Bill O'Brien? Just what's that relationship been like?
Yeah, I'd had a relationship with Sark, and that was part of the. He was here when I originally got here, and Sark was a great coordinator. Is a great coordinator. I know he's going to do great things where he's at, but Coach O'Brien coming in has been great for me. Really, it's been a super smooth transition. When O'Brien first came in, I wasn't, obviously I didn't know him previously, and I didn't have any relationship with him. And he came in, I knew he was in the experience he had, I knew he was from the NFL, knew he had all this title. And when he came in, what really shocked me was how open and how humble and how much he, how well he really articulated everything to me. A lot of times in NFL, you think of people in the NFL and you think, oh, they've done it at the highest level. They might come in and think they're cocky, they don't want to work with anyone, or they're just going to do it their way. But he's been super receptive to everyone in the quarterback room and everyone in the offense's ideas, and he's obviously been super knowledgeable, and he's really taught me a lot, and that's been something that's been really good for me and my growth. And being able to just have those conversations, have that relationship was something that was really good for us as an offense, me individually, and I'm super excited to keep working with O'Brien in the future.